make Amazon online dropshipping and arbitrage that much easier. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aiden. I've been selling on Amazon for several years now, and through my experience, I've been able to pick up a whole bunch of different tools, a whole bunch of different knowledge that I'm really excited to share with you today. In this specific video, I'm going to be showing you guys AMZScout's new online dropshipping and arbitrage extension, which will really help you grow your Amazon business and just make selling online that much easier and really put you ahead of your competition. This is a fairly new tool developed by AMZScout, and right here I'm just on the download page from it is a Chrome extension, so here's just the page where you go to install it, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how it works. Right here is just the landing page. It kind of shows you, gives you a little idea of how exactly it works. It's kind of just giving you a whole bunch of different information on each product on Amazon. And each of these numbers are extremely important when it comes to figuring out which products you want to sell and which products will help you make a profit. Now, after downloading the browser extension, it should be appearing in the top right of your screen on your Google Chrome browser page. Now, this browser extension is very similar to AMZScout's Pro Extension Bundle, which I've mentioned previously in other videos, essentially just allowing you to really just run a in-depth analysis and get all the statistics behind every single Amazon product. This is more of a nice little pocket-sized version of that also provides you with some additional information. It's a lot easier to read, it's a lot easier to understand. As a beginner Amazon seller a few years back, when I first was trying to figure out which extension I wanted to use, all the numbers were pretty overwhelming, and I understand that for most beginner sellers, and this is really helpful for beginners. It's very pocket-sized, and it really gives you really useful information that will help you out. Anyways, as I mentioned before, after downloading the extension, it should show up in the top right of your Chrome extension browser, as I mentioned before. And it should also have this little box appear right next to the product. Right here, this is just a random art set, really of no significance whatsoever, just a random example of a product on Amazon. Obviously, it's a really successful one with being Amazon Choice, over 10,000 5-star ratings, looks great. But right now, I'm just looking at the Chrome extension, which is appearing right here, the little pop-up. Now, I'm just going to be kind of showing you guys exactly how each of these numbers are significant to you. So there's a little tutorial button here, so I'm going to show you guys kind of just go along with it. So on each product listing on Amazon, we display a widget, which is right here, containing all the data you need to evaluate how this product is promising for dropshipping or online arbitrage. So yeah, well, there's a nice explanation of what exactly this extension does. Right here, just honing in on right here, this is a little private label box. It's either going to say yes or no. Essentially, this little yes or no for private label is basically just saying, it's indicating whether or not this product or this seller is kind of independent, or they're kind of detached from Amazon. They're kind of manufacturing on their own. They're not really taking much help from Amazon. They're really independent, and if that's the case, then you can't really resell it using online arbitrage or drop shipping. But in this case, private label, it's a no. At least that's what the my Chrome extension is saying. That's what AMZScout is telling me. So that's a good sign. You can also check for any trademark, as it says right here, check TM. You can check for any trademark or infringing copyright, any risks that may come with this product, you can check it there. Going on to the next feature, it's honing in now on these little top letters. Right here, there's FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant. Essentially, with Fulfilled by Merchant, this is when the seller is selling it on their own. They're fulfilling all of the shipments on their own. Whenever they get an order, it's the seller who's doing everything, and they're the ones who are shipping it to the buyer. With no help from Amazon whatsoever. There's FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon, which is where the seller is allowing Amazon to ship the product for them. FBA sellers, what they do is they actually send their products to Amazon warehouses. They don't send it directly to the buyer like FBM, Fulfilled by Merchant. FBA sellers send it to the warehouse, the Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon is the ones who package it up and look all neat. If you ever purchased a product from Amazon and you see the Prime tape, or the boxes has a kind of Amazon design, that's because it's fulfilled by Amazon. They're the ones who are repackaging the product and sending it to the buyer. This FBA is actually what allows products to become eligible for Prime. So that's why most sellers go with FBA. It's a pretty popular route to go. And then AMZ or Amazon, that's basically means that it's basically saying that Amazon is the one who are selling the product. Typically when Amazon is selling the product, or when they're the ones who are they're the ones who are running the entire listing, you want to stay away from that, because competing with Amazon on Amazon is very counterproductive. Probably not going to yield the best results or the best profit in this case. So just highly recommend, if Amazon is the one who are selling the products, try and stay away from it, because it can really hurt you, because Amazon, is kind of your biggest competitor, especially on their website. I'll be kind of circling back to those little headlines or those little taglines, FBM, FBA. I'll be circling back to them later on. But just continuing on, next is the ungated product, which is actually something that I really like, because there'll be a whole bunch of times when I'm selling on Amazon and I find a really good product and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is the one, I'm gonna purchase this one and I'm gonna resell it. But then I do everything. I'll do all the work. I'll do all the research. I'll look into the profits. I'll look into the fees that I have to pay, everything, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm set. And then I realize, maybe a day later, I look back on it and I realize that I can't sell it because it's a gated product. If you don't know what gated means, it means that you would have to apply, or you would have to have approval to sell a certain category of products. For example, I know like children toys, they were originally a gated product category. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind that, but I just know that you couldn't sell children toys without permission from Amazon, or without applying for it. And that's basically what gated means. And this AMZScout browser, or this AMZScout extension, is basically telling me right at the bat whether or not a product is gated or not. So I don't have to go through all the hassle of figuring it out. So right now this product is ungated, which is what AMZScout is telling me, and that saves me a lot of time. Next, right here, this is basically just telling me hazmat, is the product hazardous or not. And usually it's pretty obvious whether or not a product is hazardous just by looking at it or just by knowing what it is. So obviously this art wood set, this is not hazardous. But yeah, just something helpful to know just in case, it's kind of hard to decipher. But for the most part, you can probably tell by yourself whether or not a product is hazardous or not. Next up, the extension is telling me whether or not the product is open to Prime delivery, and short answer is yes. And just kind of tying it back to what I mentioned before, some products that are eligible or that are under FBA sellers, fulfilled by Amazon sellers, those are the products that are eligible for Prime delivery. And so I guess in this case, because it is eligible for Prime delivery, that means that this product is being run mainly through Amazon, or it's being shipped through Amazon. Now next up, just going back to those original labels of FBM, FBA, and Amazon. Right now, this is right here, the big chunk of this extension. This is telling me kind of the numbers behind it, or this is kind of telling me more of how much I'll be making. Really the more important stuff. How much money am I going to be profiting off of this product? Clearly, because there's a yes right next to it, I'm going to assume that this product is being fulfilled by Amazon, or it's being sold by Amazon, excuse me. Not FBA, I guess it's going to be being sold by Amazon itself. So again, this is kind of the type of product that you should typically stay away from if you're an Amazon seller, or if you're a private label seller, whatever it may be. But for the sake of this video, we'll just keep this as it is. The buy box product, because it's not being fulfilled by merchant or Amazon, there's nothing there. And if you want to purchase this product, it's going to come at $27.98, or the retail price right here. Whenever you're selling on Amazon, there's always going to be fees. It's just a little unfortunate part about it, but if you find the right product, it really should not be a big deal, and that's why these extensions are here, to help you guys find that right product. Right here are the fees. If you were to sell this product by yourself, if you were to be fulfilling the orders on your own, or FBM, it would be around a $5.34 fee. if you're selling it through FBA or you're choosing to allow Amazon to do all the product packaging for you and do all the shipping for you, the fees will double. It's going to be around $11.18, which can seem a little bit overwhelming. But again, if you find that right product, those fees really won't make a difference because, you know, the profit will be so great. So the fees are $11.18. It does cost a little bit more, but when you're fulfilling by Amazon, it is a lot easier because you're doing a lot less work. So you can kind of imagine why it would be a little bit more expensive. And then finally, the profit margins, those are the nice important parts. Like as you can see, they're in green right here. If you were to sell this product through FBM, fulfilled by merchant, you would be making around an 85% in profit, which would be around $30 if you were to sell it for this minimum price at $35.06. Right here for FBA, it would be a 61% profit margin, which is significantly lower from merchant, but it's a lot easier when you're doing it by FBA. You save a lot more time, and believe me, I mean by a lot more time. You know, you don't have to worry about fulfilling all these orders and worrying about doing all the packaging and stuff. And FBA makes it look a lot more professional, especially when it comes to the packaging. But it's gonna take a little cost on you. 61% for the profit margin, and you'd be making around a $17 profit, which really isn't too bad for this product right here. As you guys can probably tell, it's really important that you know these numbers. You probably want to know how much money you're going to be making off every single Amazon product you're selling. And without this Chrome extension, without this Amazon extension, AMZScout extension, I wouldn't know any of these numbers. And I'd really just be going into it blindly. I'd be kind of eyeballing it. You know, I could make a guess if I wanted to of saying, okay, this product is going for $28. The fees will probably be $10. You know, just I can make that guess, but you know, there's no insurance with it. There's no insurance, and it can be really risky. There are times that I was a little bit lazier. There were times when I, you know, didn't take advantage of these extensions, mostly in the beginning when I couldn't afford one, and I would have to kind of make these guesses. And, you know, sometimes I would get lucky and it would end up, you know, giving me a nice profit, but other times I wasn't so lucky and I'd end up losing money, and it really did hurt me, it hurt my business, and overall it's just not a risk worth taking. So that's why these extensions are really important, so that you know exactly what you're going into, and you know exactly what you're going to be getting out of it. Some things that I want to go over that I didn't mention before, quickly right here, kind of at the bottom, you can see that AMZScout, this extension provides a little niche. It tells you what category the product is in. You know, it never hurts to know exactly what it is. For this case, arts, crafts, and sewing. And right here, the ranking is 474, which may seem a little bit high, but actually, just really taking into account the millions and maybe even billions of products out there on Amazon, 474 is not a bad ranking at all. At least not in my eyes. And just a couple things, I'm also going to go back to the search page. And I'm going to show you guys some other features that this extension provides as well. So if I go back to the search page, as you guys can see right here, I type in art supplies and I go and find all these different art supplies, and I run the Chrome extension. As you guys can probably see, something look a little bit different. You just get a quick little view of exactly everything I went over, with some additional little features. Just looking at this product right here, instantly you get to see the ASIN, you see the brand, you see the FBA fees, and you see the margin. So really, instead of having to go through each product individually and seeing, oh, you know, I need to look at all these numbers, I need to look at the margins, I need to look at the fees, AMZScout just lets you see all of it right on the search page. You don't even have to take a big glance at it. You just take one quick look. You say, oh, profit margin 71%. I want something a little bit higher, and then move on to the next one. Or, you know, I look at this one and I say, oh, you know, this looks nice, but oh, look at the size, it's a little bit bigger than I expected, and then you move on to the next one. It really, you know, you can use all of this to your advantage, fit exactly what you need, and overall it will really just save you a lot of time. One more thing, if you actually look at all these products, you may have also noticed that it has a little AMZScout badge right there. And that's no mistake, that's not just for decoration. If you hover your mouse over it, hover your little cursor, it gives you this nice little overview of everything. It kind of reiterates what I've been sharing throughout this video. There's if we look, there's just the margins, the FBA fees, the price, the dimensions, the weight, the category, the ranking, everything that you really need. It's all there. And it's all there for you to take advantage of. And I'll really just highly recommend trying it out. You can try everything out for free, and if you enjoy it, then you'll be able to, take advantage of the full version. Or if you decide that this software really isn't your thing or isn't something that you need, that's okay. You can move on to the next product or the next software that you may want to try out. AMZScout provides a wide range and a wide variety of different softwares and extensions that I've taken advantage of that really helped me out a lot, and I would highly recommend you sellers taking advantage of it as well. So overall, just summing up this entire video, this new Chrome extension by AMZScout, little tool for online arbitrage and dropshipping, overall really just a great time saver, makes everything really concise and makes everything really easy to read. I would really recommend this for really any seller of any level, but specifically for beginner sellers, just because it just makes things a lot easier to read, as I mentioned before, really concise, and gets straight to the point. You have all these different numbers that are all, very important, but it can be a little hard to master them or understand them all at the same time. And really, this extension just really brings out the more important products, or the more important features, like profits, profit margin, FBA fees, is it eligible to be sold or not? All those things are really important, and I would highly recommend it for you sellers out there. And I hope you guys were able to learn something, pick something up. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.